Welcome to the home of the Purdue Boilermakers, Ross Age Stadium in West Lafayette, Indiana. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan State Spartans, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Purdue Boilermakers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do. The Spartans will boot it away to start the game. He'll start the return inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The Boilermakers offense will have the football first. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. But when you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
The Boilermakers line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. So the Michigan State Spartans offense has its first opportunity of the day. And guys, we talk about how tight ends are a quarterback's best friend. Boy, this guy may take friendship to a whole nother level.
Yeah, it's so nice to have a guy that the size, the athletic ability, and here's why it's always so good. Jesse, what do you want to do, man? Put a linebacker on him, put a safety on him. Nowadays, these guys can win, and it just really makes offense so much easier to run, and it goes pretty smooth.
Yeah, you're right. This guy is a matchup nightmare. And it seems like every week, defensive coordinators go in, and they don't respect his athleticism, and it ends up burning them. They're going to find out the hard way today. If they try to play him and match him up with linebackers and safeties, this dude makes defenses look silly.
Makes the grab. It's Kelly. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. And the Spartans will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. The run to the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Boilermakers will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in and looking upfield. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Spins away from the defense. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The Spartans with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Surging forward on the sneak.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks. Finds the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The give. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. And the Spartans really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. To the ground to try to move the chains. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. The Spartans have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1 yard line. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They'll try to blast their way in. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. 3rd and goal is where offensive coordinators earn their keep. Trying to pound it in. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Field goal is good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Nebraska endured a hostile crowd and the challenge that always comes with playing away from Memorial Stadium, and the Huskers came away with the win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is still a W. A collision between ranked teams always impacts the big picture, fellas, and it appears that's the case again today.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Wants to go up top. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Pulls in the deep ball. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. They've been completely lethargic in this first half, but finally some signs of life.
And we've seen it, Reese, throughout time, throughout college football history. You get that one big play, momentum starts to come in, and I don't know what it is. It changes everything. Maybe that's the play they needed to finally get some points on the scoreboard before the half.
This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Motion from the back. Grabbed in the backfield. It's McCoby. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. He'll do it himself. Ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. They were rolling with the option, and the quarterback kept it, but he couldn't hang on to the football.
I'm impressed with this defense. They are locked in and defending the option right now. Guys are playing assignment football, and they're just doing a great job with their eye discipline. They saw the QB pull that ball. They knew exactly who had it. They got to him and created the turnover.
They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Looking downfield, it's Childs. Grabbed behind the line, it's Marsh. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Or will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to throw, time running short in the half. Throws to the wideout. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much. They come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. They want to throw it. Get it out to the supersonic guy. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. And the Spartans have it with a 1st and 10. Tight end now in motion. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Quickly out to the tight end. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
The offense will quickly use a timeout. Wants to throw on 1st down. And the catch along the sideline will come up a little short of the 1st down. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Got it in the middle, it's Kelly. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Got to get everybody to the line and spike it to stop the clock. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. To the air, it's Childs. Here's a heat. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. No good. Guys, a missed opportunity there. The lead is still 3. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll start this drive going to the air. That's caught. It's McCoby. Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43. Running out of time here in the 1st half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down. Just enough time for one final play of the half. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in West Lafayette today, and welcome into the halftime update. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Ross-Ade Stadium.
The Boilermakers will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Catch in the middle, it's McCray. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
He'll keep it himself.
Well, good decision there by the QB. A little zone read action. He reads the defensive end crashing down, keeps it himself, gets a nice chunk of yards.
And when you do that, you just sort of get the drive going or keep it going, as the case may be.
It's amazing in college football now how big of a part of each offense the zone read has become. So we're seeing more and more athletic quarterbacks on rosters now. That is a staple of this sport.
Wide receiver going in motion. Looking for a man. It's Childs. Grabbed in the middle. It's Kelly. He's brought down at the 44-yard line, and the defense making a play on 3rd down. Punt is on its way. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far. Finds its way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28. Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed over the middle, it's Walker. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Makes the catch, it's Jackson. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. And the Boilermakers can really attack on this second and short. Looking for space, it's McCoby. Fight, and runs through another one. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. We've reached the break, and Michigan State has the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Right back to the well. Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And that's another play by this defense, and there's not much good, guys, I can say about this offense. I mean, they got the goose egg on the board in 3rd and long again. Something needs to go right for this club. They need to get some kind of shot in the arm, some kind of play, because right now it's been really bad.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop them right here. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
Yeah, and the defensive lineman, you know, 3rd and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on 3rd down.
The Boilermakers send out the punt unit.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And if you didn't know this was a big play, the crowd is telling you. A huge 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Childs. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. He was looking for running room, but they get him down at the 28, and now they are set up. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points, start thinking about...
A shot toward the end zone. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Pulls it in, it's Horton. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27. And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. He'll pull it on the read. He stopped right there, short of the first down, and this defense trying to preserve the lead. And they are coming out for what will be a huge field goal attempt. Just drives in between the uprights. Just over a minute to play, guys. Still enough time for a finish here.
That is a massive kick late here in the game to tie it up. And now, can your defense do their job and at minimum hold them scoreless here to put this thing into OT? Or even better, can they get you the football back and give you an opportunity to win the game?
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The give to the single back.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Makes the grab along the sidelines, but it'll be a little short of the first down. Biggest drive of the game right now as the clock is winding down, a chance to win it before overtime.
Man, I'm going to be curious to see this offense down the stretch. That's back-to-back runs. This is a pivotal part of the game. We're in the 4th quarter. Like, what are they going to lean on? What weapon are they going to go to find a way to get across the finish line?
Timeout on the field, and everybody want to make sure they're organized as we come down the gut of the game. Sends it back in motion. Dropping back, it's Childs. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Got it in the middle, it's McCray. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Bringing the heat. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
And that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive. Giving up some yardage. They've given up some plays. No big deal. Got right back in it on this drive with that big sack.
The Spartans will punt it away on 4th down. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions probably, maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer. Like, you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the 3rd overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays. Back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
To the ground with the back. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Give to the single back. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2. They'd love to strike first with a touchdown. They'll try to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. They'll try to put 3 on the board and take the lead in overtime. Absolutely perfect. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Down by a field goal and a touchdown will win it. Let's see what they've got on 1st down. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
The Boilermakers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. He's got an open man. Good pick up a little bit short of the sticks. Big 3rd down here as they try to keep the drive alive. A touchdown will win it. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
The trend continues for this offensive line from last week. They gave up 5 sacks last week. They've given up 4 today. The most important part of your offense is protecting that quarterback. They've got to do a better job.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Timeout called by the defense as they want to make sure they avoid any hint of a mental lapse here in overtime. So now we'll line up for one of the biggest kicks of this game. It's good, and how about that clutch kick from distance to send us to another overtime?
Hey, listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Quarterback on the keeper. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Running to the left. Turning it on. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the 1st down. The Boilermakers are threatening in the red zone. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. On the ground, it's McCoby. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Staring at a 3rd and long here in this 1st overtime possession. Really nice run. Rips off 6 on the play, but it brings up a 4th and 2. Defense will call a timeout. They got a peek at the formation. Want to make sure they're in the right call on this big down here in overtime. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. Never a doubt. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Down by 3, it's their turn here in overtime. A touchdown will win it. Here's 1st down. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking for a man. It's Childs. Wideout trying to get it in. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Trying to power it in. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. A game winner! What a finish in double overtime!
And I love finding the big fella down in the red zone, 3rd and goal. You got to make something happen down here. Throw it up high. Let the big fella make you look really good as a quarterback. Love finding those big guys down here in the red zone.
The drama built throughout this game, memorable plays, and then finally the gut-wrenching loss at the end in overtime.
This coaching staff is going to look back at the overtime, and they're going to wish they had called some different plays. They had some things set up, but ultimately, with games like this, they come down to the wire. You got to be able to dial up plays to win. I don't think this coaching staff did a great job.
And it's so frustrating to get to this point and make enough plays to